I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, I am back from Iceland for my birthday vacation, and it was incredible. I probably took 1,000 photos and 300 videos, and I could go on and on and on about the beauty and wonder and magic of Iceland. But first of all, Ellie, what are you doing here? I've never seen you in my chair before. Are you trying to take over the show? Huh? I'm the shenanigander, not you. Alright, I'll let you sit there for now. But, oh man, I wish I could just spend the next hour sharing everything about Iceland. But this is not an Iceland shenanigans video. It's Pinball Shenanigans. So we're going to get right back at it. We're going to keep working on Gamatron. Last video, I was working on this. Someone decided to cut a connector out and cause me some grief in trying to reinstall it. I don't know why they did that, but I guess I'll forgive them. Whoever you are, don't ever do that again, please, and thank you. Also, before I forget, two things. I will share a quick little story about Iceland because it was pretty cool. We were just driving down a road. We were going to our destination. I forget where we're going, probably to some waterfalls. And we stopped in this random variety store / restaurant. Jamie wanted a coffee. It's called Bjork's. And in there happened to be 3 slot machines, all in Icelandic, of course. And just for S&Gs, shits and giggles for those who don't know what S&Gs are, I thought, you know what, I gotta throw in 20 bucks into one of these machines. I didn't have any Icelandic dollars, so I literally had to go and buy another Coca-Cola Light. By the way, Diet Coke almost does not friggin' exist on the island. There's Coca-Cola Zero, but that's gross. And only in 2 locations did I ever find Diet Coke, which is called Coca-Cola Light. And one was at Bjork's. So I had bought a couple of Diet Cokes. And then I discovered the slot machines. And then they said that I could do cash back if I bought something else. So I bought another Coca-Cola Light. And they got $20 Canadian worth of Icelandic dollars. I stuck 10 of those dollars in, which is basically just add a zero, or 2 zeros. $10 Canadian is like 1,000 kronas. So I stuck in $1,000 bill, and I was betting like 200. I started off at 50 kronas a spin, then I went up to $1, then $1.50, and then we didn't want to spend all day in there. I just wanted to spend like a couple minutes for fun, just for the experience. Got up to 200 kronas a spin, and then bam, I hit the jackpot. I hit 20,000 kronas, so basically like 250 bucks Canadian, just in a very random coffee pit stop on an Icelandic road towards a waterfall. And he paid me out in cash, and I just used that money for the next like 3-4 days, just buying like food and drink and parking and or whatever. I just used it as much as I could until I used it all up. So that was so cool, and it was nice having I had a $10,000 bill. It was awesome. I'll probably have threw in a few photos of that action and maybe even a video. Bought a couple Pepsi Maxes because that's the Diet Coke of the island, but I found the unfindable actual Diet Coke.
Well, Coca-Cola Light.
Coca-Cola Light. Oh yeah, that's like back in Mexico days.
Back in
Cuba.
Caribbean, yeah.
But look what else we found. Random slot machines, so had to buy 2,000 Coronas.
Corona. No.
Coronas.
Not Corona.
Not Coronas. Let's go slot it up. This is all Icelandic.
Coffee and cigarette.
Okay, but what do you want to play?
Ooh, let's go back to, uh-oh.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Are you 18? Yes. Jaw. Alright.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know. Wildlife Extreme? What do you want to pick?
I kind of like them all. Mystery.
Ooh, 234 liters, which I guess is lines. Eh?
Yeah, I bet you it is. Lines.
But whatever, you pick.
Now I want that one.
Okay. I don't know how many kroner. 50 a spin?
No.
That's the minimum.
Ooh.
Head northwest.
We got 2,000. 2,000. We got $1,000 bill right here. Ooh.
We won 50.
What?
Vinegar.
Vinegars. Urgh. Vinegar, chicken vinegar. All right. We'll report.
Vinegar.
Ooh, imagine we get a bonus. That'd be cool. All right, we'll report back with all of our winnings. I just won 20,000, cashing out. But the other thing is that I wanted to give a thanks to all of y'all who did wish me a happy birthday. And I very much appreciate it. I don't know if you can see that, but I can't really because I need glasses. But yeah, thanks for all the birthday messages, everybody. Appreciate it. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to Neil1637, who sent me a £5 super thanks and says, thanks for all the videos, tips, and info. Buy yourself a well-deserved coffee. So I don't actually drink coffee, but I replied. Didn't I reply? Where's my reply? But I did say that I would buy Jamie a coffee with the super thanks. So thanks, Neil, much appreciated. And if y'all want to send a super thanks, then here's how to do that. Hey, fellow Shenaniganders, if you are enjoying what you are seeing, why don't you click on these 3 dots at the bottom of any video and then find this heart, click on that, and hey, look at this, you can buy me a beer. You can use the slider to buy me 500 beers if you really like, but this is a way you can send thanks, and I very much appreciate your support. If you do so, your comment will be highlighted, and also I will give you a shout out. So thank you for all your support. All right, I think it is time to get to the action. Ellie, what do you think? You ready? You're just gonna take a little nap? Okay. Earlier I was down here and she was friggin' walking all over the desk. I'm trying to type in stuff. She's adding extra characters to what I'm typing. I was trying to go to PinWiki and she was making it extra difficult, but she's adorable. Anyway, let's get back to the hack. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm going to start with this connector here that I pulled out of my stash in the last episode. I'm going to, I think I got to cut off about 3 spaces here. It's just a little too long. And I'm going to install all of the wires coming out of the harness from the top, because definitely have enough space for that to happen. And then I will decide if I can install the bottom wires or if I need to add a couple few inches onto each of those or not. Hopefully I do not, but I don't know, it's a little tight. So I'll start with adding these into the connector. I was just looking at this wire coming off the transformer again, going into a fuse block, broken off here, that goes here to the general illumination in the back box, and then to this, wherever this goes. And I noticed some more hackery. Look at this, that's cut right off. But there's a chance that this could be part of the conversion. So I'm not gonna sweat it just yet, but it's worth noting. And now that I've ordered up some 7-digit displays, oh, look at this one. Oh, she just had her head down. I woke her up. But now that I ordered 7-digit displays, I probably am going to go ahead and remove these wires and extra lamp sockets because I will no longer need them. No more dummy zeros on this Gamatron. So, you know, there's stuff like this that was done for the conversion. Where does this go? I think this, let's say, Gamatron left side board, bottom left. So this was part of the conversion so that you could connect this, so what is that, 6-pin connector, into this guy here. So I don't know if that's sound or lights. And then look at this. That's also been done for the conversion. So I need to unconvert. I got a lot of unconverting to be doing. So that shall all be interesting. Not right now. Focus on this. Deal with that later. That is on the horizon. But you know, I'm slowly figuring out stuff like these wires are for our knocker. These wires were for the chime. So slowly but surely, I'll figure out every wire. Right, Ellie? All right, Ellie is officially sleeping on the job. I'm plugging away over here. I've got this top bundle of wires all connected now. Nice shiny new pins. And obviously when I plug that in, like so, we have plenty of slack. So I cut the zip ties off of this bundle here, and some of these wires need to make it all the way to the top of the connector. And if I do that, it's going to be a little tight, but might be okay. Don't really want to have to add wire to all these guys if I don't have to. So I will continue on and see what happens. Okay, so I added the wire that goes to the highest point on the connector, pin 3, which is the white wire. And as you can see, don't got a whole lot of slack. I'm not so sure I love that. So I think I am probably, unfortunately, going to go ahead and add in a few inches of wire onto all these guys. Yay! Alright, I believe this is my old Kings of Steel lamp panel wiring harness. And I just snipped this off. So I got almost every color under the sun, and I should be able to match up these wires for the most part. All right, making progress. Despite having 50 different colors of wire on that connector, I was only able to match a few of them. That's what's left. But I tried to go close. You know, the white, orange, yellow. You can see things are pretty, like this white blue turns into blue white. White orange turns into white red. So I didn't go too crazy. So I just made like hooks at the end of each wire, hooked them together. And now I will solder them all and then shrink tube them. Okay, there we go. Mission accomplished. every wire's soldered. I tugged the 2 wires just to make sure that they were solid. They were all solid. So I shrink tubed them up. I would have went with clear tubing, but this is just a little bit too big. So I went with this green, which is a little bit smaller, you can see. And I think I did a fine and dandy job. So I probably actually have too much wire now, which is a better problem to have. So I think I will go ahead, and if I have slack, I'll just zip tie it. But I don't know, if I have to trim off a little bit, then I can do that too. Also put my key in pin number 2 as required, and heck, might even be able to test some solenoid driver voltages if this all goes well. Okay, there it is. Connector is all done. I added my jumper wire there from pin 13 to pin 25. Pin 1, 7, and 9 are not used. So it looks like a giant disaster right now. Let's actually plug it in and see how that goes. Ooh, she's snug. The hell? Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. You can tell these pins are brand new. That's on there snug. So I will get my, this is really zoomed in, get my zip ties and wire clips and apply those where needed. I will get rid of all these bits of tape, but only after I test everything and make sure everything's working. So let's get this wire harness out of the way. Let's put it back where it wants to go here. That wire tie goes right into that hole below it there. Don't know if you can see that right about there. So that can rest like that. I think, do I want to unplug J3 to test this solenoid driver? I think I do, because that's just back box lighting and whatnot, displays possibly. But let me bust out the multimeter and let's test some solenoid driver voltages and hope nothing blows up when I turn it on. Okay, I think I actually need that bottom connector J3 plugged in because we got power coming in to the transformer here, and then it goes out and into solenoid driver, then back out down here to lamp driver, CPU, back box stuff. So got J3 plugged in, got this connector unplugged. I just had it plugged in just to check my slack. All right. Oh boy, let's my back's sore. I've been standing there for a long time. So leaning right here right now feels pretty good. Okay, let's turn this on. We'll do a countdown and see what happens here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Lights are on. We have power. No smoke. It's a good sign. Let's go to DC voltage. And we think this ground strap is a good place to test voltages now. Well, actually, we know it is. We don't know if it is for the solenoid driver, but I'm assuming it is. Okay, this is very dangerous with the high voltage section here, especially with no shield. So don't do this if you are scared and I've got an unsteady hand. You really are supposed to have one hand, they say, in your back pocket while testing with the other hand. But I don't have 3 hands to hold the camera as well, so I'm going one-handed here. But I'm just going to start with the low voltages. Test point 1 should be 5 volts, and hey, look at that. I think test point 5 should be 12 volts. 15, that's good. And test point 3 is tied. Wait, test point 1 and test point 3, is that what we tied together? Yes, we did, because that is also 5.25 volts. 5.26. Test point 1. No. Test point 1 should be identical. Perfect. Okay, good start. Now let's risk our life here. Test point 2. 181 volts. Don't actually need this voltage when I go with my LED displays, but we're going to check anyway. 254 volts. Holy hell. I can adjust that with this dial here, but I'm not going to stick my fingers in that at the moment, but there's your adjustment right there. But I'm going to just be pulling the fuse and just sort of disabling that whole high voltage section. For when I get my displays, there's a couple other test points here. Test point 6. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Test point 7. Also 5 volts. Oh, and you can also use this for ground. It's actual ground. And let's just double check. 15 volts. 5 volts. All right. That's progress. So I think I can tidy all this up. I don't really have a whole lot of more time. My back's getting sore and I kind of want to go chill. So maybe I'll just tidy this up. And now that we know that that all works, and then wrap up this video. Are you ready to wrap up this video, Ellie? Oh, by the way, did you see my new mat that I got from Jamie? Pretty cool. And if you can name this game, you get bonus points. There is a cowboy lighting up a cigarette there. Also, Ellie really loves this mat too. Here's a photo for you. And there is another, I think that might be the same dude on the other side, lighting up a cigarette, or it could be a girl. And it says something about 50 point spin, so maybe there's like, whoa, a rotary wheel thingy in the game. So let me know if you know what game that is. Ellie, I know I made a big friggin' mess in here. Look at this. Look at my workspace. There is crap everywhere. We've got zip ties, tape, old pins. I threw a whole bunch of crap on the ground, so I'd have actually less to clean up in the cabinet. Ellie, you know what? I'm just going to unplug the machine just to be safe. Anyway, so check it out. I got my wire tie in there. I got a whole poop load of zip ties. I got another wire tie there. Put them back. I just had to write repinned on that. That's why it's unplugged. Let's stick that back in so you can see the glory. Look at that. I didn't really zip tie my jumper wire. I don't know that that's necessary. But, okay, here. Had to get this bin out of the way, Ellie. Don't be scratching up the new mat there, Ellie. Okay, fine, you can scratch it up. But yeah, there we go. That's it. That was a pain in the nuts. My back hurts because not only am I just standing here, I'm twisting around the corner. I've got this little space to work with, and so my back is twisted and compacted. So that's going to be enough for this episode. stay tuned on the next episode where I actually install the MPU. That's going to be exciting. So we'll see you tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that. You never know. It's Pinball Shenanigans. Well, you're doing a good job helping me. Thank you. Do you mind pressing enter? Thank you. Perfect. All right. Opened up a new window. That's perfect. You're doing a good job today.